Continue on with graphing circles. This is then the general form of an equation. So we have the standard form and the general form. Two pretty bland vocabularies for those equations, but that's what we have. So this is the general form, which is x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. We are going to work on graphing a circle whose equation is in the general form. So we're given the general form. And what we want to do is we want to graph this. In order to be able to graph this, one of the things we're going to need to do is to put our x's and our y's together. So I'm going to have to rewrite this, rearrange this, and put our x's and our y's together. Okay, so I'm going to have x squared plus 4x plus y squared minus 6y plus 12 equals 0. So you kind of see I put my x's together and my y's together. I combined or put them near each other. And now what we're going to need to do is to complete the square. Worked a little bit on this in chapter 1. So if you worked on any of those completing the squares, this will come in handy here. Put these together. We'll put our y's together. Okay. When we do this, if you remember completing the square, we're going to want to move our constant to the right. So this is our constant. We're going to move it over here. I'm now going to have x squared plus 4x plus y squared minus 6y equals a negative 12. We're going to complete the square for each of these. Let's start here. Remember, when you're completing the square, what we're looking for, kind of the leading term, is our b term. So in here, start there. We want to do half of the b. So half of this would be 2, and then we square that. So 2 squared is 4. I'm going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4. And if I add it to this side, I'm going to have to add it to this side as well to maintain equality in our equation. Next one, this one, our negative 6 is going to lead us. We have y squared minus 6y. We're going to take half of negative 6, which would be negative 3, and we square that. So plus 9. I'm going to say that again. We take half of this, so half of negative 6 is negative 3, and then you square that. So negative 3 squared is 9. If I add it here, I have to add it here as well. Now I'm just going to combine all of these. When I combine all of this, I'm going to be left with 1. Now I need to factor. Kind of what I refer to as the quote-unquote shortcut is to use the square root of this. So I'm going to have x plus 2 squared. So I almost look for the square root of this one to be my constant and my factored one, plus y minus 3 squared equals 1. And the reason that this one would be a minus is because this has a negative here. Those kind of things tell me the positives and negatives. Now we can pull out our HK. Remember, it would be a minus here, so x minus a negative 2, so my h would be a negative 2. My k is a 3, so my center is at negative 2, 3. And my radius is found here. This would be r squared, so my radius is 1. The last example in this packet shows you how to graph here. Just type that simply in your graph, and it is done for you here.